Well, I selected my new walking stick, and the idea for this one is I'm going to turn it into Baby Groot on the top. So stick around and I'll show you a little bit of the process along the way. I just wanted to show you guys what it is before, and you'll see it along the way and completed. Stay tuned. Alright, so just getting going on it. I'm starting to carve the handle here. Pretty much when you do your handle, you want your elbow to be about a 45. That's what I work on. I'm not that tall, so if you're taller than me, it'd be a little off. If you're shorter than me, it'd be a little off. Easiest way I found for what I'm doing here, because I want to get it down where it's a comfortable grip, so I just use a palm sander with 40 grit and sand around it. So you get the idea, and I'll do that until it's just a nice comfortable grip. I'm pretty much going to have it where it's, meant to be held like this. This knot up here is going to be like Baby Groot's elbow, and then it'll be him coming up. So I'm just getting some of the other stuff shaped first, and then I'll go ahead and clean this up, draw him on there, and start carving. Stay tuned. Alright, been working on it more. What I'm doing now is just taking some weight off the stick. I'm getting rid of the real big knots down at the bottom. Pretty much got the handle about pretty close to where I want it. It fits nice. I'm going to take this knot down some, however, right now I'm just cleaning this up because this is going to be where Groot will be. So I'm just taking this down so that I can draw on it after that. So that's all I'm doing. Again, I'm still using 40 grit. Nothing fancy, just palm sander, 40 grit. And here, I'll try to turn it this way where you guys can see what's going on. So my thing that I'm doing there is not to change the shape of this. I'm just trying to get this cleared off where, like all the little wormholes and knots and stuff are gone, so that I can see the good base to draw on now. So basically, I found a photo that I liked, and this will be Baby Groot's head up here, and then it's going to come down, and this will be one of his elbows. So I'm wanting to leave this. It's pretty much time up top now to draw. I'll just kind of keep working on some of the bottom parts to get them, like I said, this is a big staff and it's pretty heavy. So I'm probably going to take most of this knot down. I'm not sure yet, but I don't know. It's every project I work on, I kind of wing it a little bit and it just kind of comes together on its own. But that was kind of the plan, the idea. And when you're doing it all from one piece, it can be a little tricky, but not too bad so far. And I'll get all this cleaned up, and then when it's finished, of course, we'll be staining and sealing it just like the other ones. Alright, quick little update for the end of the day. I stopped working on this a little while ago, but I did quite a bit more. This is all cleaned up, ready for drawing. I took this big knot down substantially. I still have more to go. The handle's pretty close. I cleaned up the end, and I used the same process, just the palm sander with the 40 grit for all that. What I did, you kind of see, I'm creating like it's going to have knobs on it. So then this will go up to another one, and there'll be a block here, and I'm going to take this down probably to about here, and then there'll be another knot, here before the handle, and then there'll be one for the handle, and I'm going to take this down again, and then it'll go up into the part where baby Groot will be. And the reason I'm doing all that is because for real, this was a pretty heavy stick. And normally what I try to do, I try to keep it balanced. So I like to keep the weight distributed pretty evenly when you hold it by the handle. That's part of my process. So, all about good balance, right? But that's what I got for today. I'll get back on this tomorrow. Thanks for sticking around. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I'll see you soon. All right, so I lied. I kept working. I've got the whole thing stripped down. What I did now, I pretty much this knot that you remember, it was big. It's pretty much gone completely. I still will take this down some after I get Groot drawn. But what I did is I took painter's tape and I laid it out on each one so that I can get a nice clean line for where the knobs are going to be. For this one I used 1, 2, a couple pieces here, a couple pieces here. So not sure if you can see it, but I just used a black Sharpie to draw the line, so when I pull the tape it'll be nice and clean. And I got one to still do, to just kind of show you. Nothing complicated, but I just wanted it to be, after all that work I did on it, I want it to, be pretty good. So what this will do is this will give me a nice straight line, and then I'll be able to carve along that once I remove the tape and continue to shape it after that. But that way it's going to be a nice size all the way around, consistent. Each one is different size, but each one will be consistent. And that's kind of what I wanted on this. So let's see. All right, so that's it. Just a simple little template was all that was. And then if I can, if is a big word. If I can find the end. There you go. And when the template's removed, you see it's got a nice little that's what I want to keep bigger. And also I'll carve up to that and then shape the rest of this. Same for these. Yep. Oh, welcome to the dark. I'll speed this part up. And, as I always say, last but not least, but in this case, it is the least. So, those will be my templates now to do each one, and I'll be able to go. Yeah, that's where I'm at, guys. To be continued. Stay tuned. Oh, good morning, good morning. Figured I'd show you guys a little update. I went ahead and drew this out last night. Got baby Groot drawn on there. So now what I'll have to do is start the carving process. And, I'll be taking this down and it'll be the actual shape of him. And it's going to be 3-dimensional. And then I'll figure something out probably for some of this, but I want to get him going. And yeah, that's where I'm at. Hope you guys enjoyed it so far. Stay tuned and I'll show you some of the carving process. Good morning, good morning. Figured I'd show you guys real quick what I've been doing. Started carving baby Groot. And it's a trickier process. I haven't done this before, but I'm going to try to get it to where he's 3-dimensional all the way around. So, here, kind of see. I just draw it in there and then slowly carve it out. And obviously, arms are going to be closer than his chest and so on. So it's just, it's a process. And I'll set up the camera in a little while and I'll show you kind of, you know, how I work on it. But stay tuned. Alright, well, this is what I got right now. I'm still shaping everything, as you see, trying to get it shaped out. It takes time, but I'll just kind of show you what I'm working on now. I'm building texture in his face and like on the back of his head and so on. And as I do that, you know, I'm shaping it as well. The good thing about baby Groot is he's a twig, so he has texture. So let me show you kind of what I'm doing. I'm just using like a stylo Dremel, and I've got a burr bit on the end of it. And I'm going to turn some music on here so you don't have to listen to the whole time. Okay? So just watch and enjoy, guys. Alright, so you get the general idea of what I'm doing. It's still got a lot of work to go. So what I'm going to do now is just a very light sand with 220. And that's just to get rid of the little burrs, so I can see better what I have. And I still have shaping to do on the face, the arms, honestly everything. All I'm doing right now is just starting to get him built in. I gotta take a bunch of this down. I gotta get this arm shaped. And then I'm gonna take some of this down more. So I still got a good bit to go, but I figured, you know, I can't show you everything on the camera because it would take hours and hours. So when you guys, on these custom ones, you know, when I do price them, now you kind of understand why. Like, this is not a fast process. It's very time consuming. It honestly takes, you know, a couple weeks to do one like this. Or I guess I could do it in a few days maybe if I worked on it all day, every day. But that's not really feasible, you know, not with children and animals and all that. So, but let me get this touched up a little bit, and I'll show you kind of a little closer what it's doing. And like I said, I'll have to come in and sand and, you know, get all the shapes right, and then I have to texture his entire body still too. But you can see what that's doing. And I'm also working with I had a crack come in here, and there's one in the back as well, but I'm incorporating those into him so you won't really notice them when I'm done. And it's going to be wood burned and stained and all that too. So stay tuned. I will show you guys when this is finished. I may do another video, or we'll figure it out. But I just wanted to kind of give you a rough idea of what Baby Groot is coming along like. And then, as you saw, you know, you see how the knobs are much cleaner after I did my template. I still have to do these other ones still, but this one is looking really nice. I still have some shaping to go, but I wanted to get the general size up here so that I can take the shaft down to where it needs to be pretty much all in one shot. Thanks for sticking around. Hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.